Okay, hold on, this one. Good afternoon, RW fans out there. T- today's topic is who has a chance to start at quarterback mid-season. If Trevor Lawrence don't get his act together, I could see Matt Jones starting by mid-season. Same deal with Deshaun Watson. If he don't get it together, Jameis could come in there mid-season and win ball games. Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, their careers on the line. And we know even though Kirk Cousins signed $100 million deal, coming off an ACL injury, and if things go bad, they could turn to Penix. Or if Penix not ready, you still have Taylor Heineke in the building who can win games. So he can hold down the fort as well. So Kirk Cousins have two possible guys behind him that could come in there, could start and win games. They didn't draft Penix for nothing. They didn't want to go through what they did last year, so they drafted Michael Penix. And like I said before, I talked about this topic. Deshaun Watson career on the line. When he was in Houston, all was good. I mean, he was the man. He got in his trouble, was suspended. Um, served his suspension. Didn't look good, but you know, he had a couple games, and last year he looked good. Um, so and um, so he have a lot to prove, and he still ain't got. We should see he struggled this. He struggled last season. After he came back from suspension, was injured, hurt his collarbone. So so he have a lot of questions to answer. James is there for a reason, and so is the other quarterback is there for a reason. Hell, they got Joe Flacco off the couch last year, and he took them to the playoffs. So that should have told Deshaun right there, hey, we can win games without you. We don't need you. These other guys could do the job. So it's Corona. If it is bad there, does he go somewhere else? Is he still do teams still want Deshaun on their roster? So all the other 30 teams gonna be looking at that. Right now, you would take Dak over Deshaun Watson, and and that's just the reality of it. Because even though Dak struggled during the playoffs, he do win. He did win the NFC East division 3 times when he went 12-5, and he's on the last year of his contract. So Mike McCarthy as well. So if Dallas have a bad season, that could walk. You know, Jerry Jones didn't want to pay him in the first place, but he had to. He had two. Who else they had? I mean, yeah, Cooper Rush solid. Um, Trey Lance is not the answer. So he's on the I hope he's improving every day in practice, but he'll never see the field. Um, Coaches on the high seat. I think possibly John Harbaugh could be on the high seat. Yeah, you win the division every now and then, but you have some seasons where you barely just make the playoffs. And last year, Lamar was the MVP. Y'all had everything going for y'all. Um, but we know this: running back is never y'all problem. Defense is never y'all problem. Lamar don't have a legit number one guy. He never did. I mean, like 2012, like Joe Flacco, man, y'all got him and Quabo, and then y'all drafted Torrey Smith. Y'all had Steve Smith in y'all building. They was older guys, but they was Anquan Bolden and Steve Smith. They was veteran guys, and who else? Who else they had? Jacob. Yeah, Jacob. So it is what it is. Who else? Who else I think on the line? Mike Tomlin. Could he be on the high seat? I think he is because the owner is tired of not being in the Super Bowl. And even though the tenant, yeah, Jacoby Jones, yeah, even though you had guys like Jacoby Jones, but like I was saying about Pittsburgh they had championship. They had what, six? They had three coaches in their history, and that's incredible. So in Pittsburgh, they give coaches time. So will Mike Tomlin step down or go somewhere else? It'd be strange to see. Or what about Chicago? I mean, they made the right moves for Caleb Williams, but they didn't do they didn't do that for Justin Fields. I mean, they got who they got? DJ Moore. They got him. They got Montez Sweat. They had Comet already. I mean, so they already knew what direction they was going. I would have liked to see what Justin Fields could have done, but he's in Pittsburgh now, just like Russell Wilson is in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson, he played good last year. Um, Sean Payton, just didn't like him under no circumstance. I could tell y'all firsthand. That's like when Jay Gruden got the job here. I mean, everything that RG3 did, he criticized. And earlier this year, last season, excuse me, they went back and forth. They went back and forth. So it's no love lost there. Curb was this guy, RG3 was it? Yeah, and Keenan out. And right. Thanks for the assist, Wiltshire Ward. But yeah, Keenan Allen. So they have a good group around them. So what they went in the north. To me, I had the Lions first and Green Bay second. Jordan Love, I think he's going to steadily ascend. We just got to see where, because only last year, remember, They only had three quarterbacks in their history, and Jordan Love is the fourth. They have a lot of star back. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. So they accustomed to winning. And, Green Bay known as title town. And they always had great head coaches. Vince Lombardi. Who else they had? Mike Holmgren. That's just to name a few. You know. So so it's gonna be hard for the Bears to win the North. I mean, we know the Vikings. The Vikings they could sneak up on some teams and win them, but they not ready yet. But let's be real. We know what Andy Dalton is. That the Vikings they also picked up Aaron Jones, which is a good move by them. But is that enough? They got the good receivers, but how long is Justin Jefferson gonna be happy in Minnesota? He already said he jealous of his team, his college teammate, because he playing with Joe Burrow and them guys. You don't think Justin Jefferson would love to play with his teammates he had in college? Yeah, but he, like I said, he didn't choose to be drafted there. They chose him. And everybody know who getting the ball in Minnesota. I mean, it's Jefferson, and then it's Addison, and then the tight ends. The Vikings also had good running backs. They always had good wide receivers in the past. Chris Carter, Randy Moss. That's just the name of a few guys that they had. Um, and um, Jacksonville, man. Let's talk about them. Everybody want to talk about the Eagles stretch, but let's talk about the Jacksonville stretch. They started 9-3. They ended up 9-8. Not where they wanted to be because Trevor Lawrence got hurt. He didn't play well. At some point, you gotta start asking yourself, is he the guy? I mean, some in the organization might think he's the guy. Others may not. So he has to prove that he is the guy. Now, Matt Jones come in there. He had nothing to prove. No, I'm sorry. Matt Jones had everything to prove, everything to gain, because his first year, his first year in New England was a success, but his other 2 years in New England was terrible. I mean, so he coming in there with a fresh opportunity, and all he thinking is, I gotta beat him out. If I beat him out, I'm the starter. Because, like I said, Trevor Lawrence got hurt last year. And we know how these NFL coaches is. Whoever the high quarterback is, gonna stay in there. Now, who will want Trevor Lawrence? So Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, um, who else? And so many other guys around the league. They um they fighting for their careers. I mean, you'll take a Trevor, your team will take a chance on Trevor Lawrence because he's a first round pick, and we know this first round picks get every opportunity. You look at Baker. First I gotta give a shout out to Baker. Um, it didn't work in Cleveland. It didn't work in Carolina. So he had to bounce around till he found Tampa Bay, and he was the best guy for Tampa Bay. They won the division twice. I don't think Kirk Cousins and the Falcons gonna win the division. I don't think that I don't think the Saints gonna win the division until I see them two teams that I named. You have to favor Tampa Bay. Cause we all know how Baker came in the league. Cocky, arrogant. But when you play the quarterback position, you have to be those things. You have to really believe in yourself. Um, if you don't, nobody else gonna believe you. Now there's different ways to go about it. Randall Cunningham wasn't like that. Michael Vick wasn't like that. So you do things. You find your own way how to galvanize your truth and make them boys believe in you that you the guy. Like in New York, we know Daniel Jones not the answer, but see, they didn't draft the quarterback, which they should have done, but they didn't. You ask me, I think Tom DeVito gonna be Daniel Jones. That's just me because he played good down the stretch. Now teams gonna have tape on him to see what he do well, what he don't do well, and they gonna confuse him and they gonna blitz him. So Daniel Jones, he fighting for his career as well because the Giants they shouldn't have paid him. They panicked just because he had that good year and uh he beat Kirk Cousins when he was with Minnesota. To me, Daniel Jones and Kirk Cousins are the same guy. Daniel Jones is a younger version of Kirk Cousins. Do Matt Jones, not Matt Jones, do Daniel Jones belong in the league? Belong in the league? Yes, he does. But they didn't help him. His own owner, excuse me, guys, his own owner said that. So when the owner come out and say, they messed up, and they didn't pay Saquon. Saquon was the offense because no disrespect to the receivers that they had, but they was hurt. Um, they missed the ball, wasn't catching it, so it was Saquon, and they didn't pay Saquon. They chose the quarterback, and you see what happened when Saquon wasn't there. Daniel Jones looked average. So it's a lot of guys around this NFL who gonna be playing for somebody else. I think, and I forgot another coach on the hot seat. Um, uh, a dude in Philly. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get his name. Nick Sirianni. Yeah, Nick Sirianni. He's on the hot seat because if he don't get it together, he's gone. And I'm surprised that Bill Belichick last year when his name was out there, he haven't been on the market for 24 years. 24 years. The Falcons had a chance to hire him, but Robert Kraft told Arthur Blank, don't trust him. Why you gonna stop that man from getting a job, earning a paycheck? He's still one of the best coaches in the NFL. He just he just can't pick his personnel and had a control. And speaking on that, Jerry Jones said he would love to have him. No, you wouldn't, Jerry, because that means you would have to give up control. And we know you don't like giving up control, Jerry. To nobody, you know you like the headline. You want to be the man in Dallas. You know everything that go on in Dallas, Jerry. You don't want to share no. You don't want to share no success with nobody. I mean, you had Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, he won. He won championship, but what happened? You know, he let you. He didn't let you talk to the team. He ain't let you run the team. That's why you got rid of him because you wanted control. You want dollars to win because of you. So all the coaches you had was yes coaches, and Mike McCarthy is one of them coaches. Of course he had Aaron Rodgers, and he had that. He had that. But we know what Dallas is going to be at the end of the season. Let's not kid ourselves. Right on the couch, depending on how our season go and the Eagles season go, we're gonna be waiting for them. Right on the couch. Now I do think Jaden Daniels have a chance to be number 3 in the NFC East far as quarterback go. We know to me it's Jalen and Dak second because you cannot with them two done. You just can't. Like I said, Dak won the division 3 times. Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, is that dude. And Dak is that dude as well. I mean, he had a damn good season last year, and Dak always does. It's just the playoffs. Then, when the collar turned in January, that's when he started to struggle. But here nor there, like I said before, who you gonna get to replace that? Who was out there? Derek Carr. Derek Carr have to prove himself. He didn't have a good year in my eyes, and I like Derek Carr. I was the one that saying that the Saints was going to win the division, but I was wrong, and we know this as well. What we thought doesn't always turn out to be. I mean, the Saints was going on paper. Right now, every team is good on paper. Every team is optimistic. So, and it's only a few teams who have a legit shot. Now, let me go to Lamar. Lamar, this is your third time going up against Patrick Mahomes. You 0-3. Y'all should have won last year, but Tom Monk and panic. and he threw the ball instead of running the ball because he heard his name mentioned in the coaching circles. And Lamar, I'ma blame you because you a savage. You're not a rookie. You're not a third year player or fourth year player. Now you could have said, "What the hell we doing? We're gonna run the ball here. We got them on the ropes." So, so the Ravens beat themselves. And so, like I said, they didn't need Derrick Henry. They, the defense is solid. The defense is always solid. They always had good running backs. But when it comes down to it, like I said, Lamar needs a number one receiver. He had tools on his roster. Now, if what's my man name? Not Steve Bisciotti, but uh, the other guy. If the other guy was still was still in the building, he would have drafted one of these receivers in this year's draft because that's what Lamar needs, and Lamar have a chance to prove that he belongs with the elite guys. It's cool when you beat everybody else who you better than, but when they come to the top competition, can you beat a Patrick Mahomes? Can you beat a Joe Burrow? Can you? Yeah, we know you could beat a Josh Allen. Even he had your number, Lamar. But you could beat him too. So are you ready for the challenge? I believe you are. Then like I said, they should not mention Justin Herbert before you, Lamar. You done more than Justin Herbert. They still waiting on him to deliver them a playoff win. They was up 33-0, and Jacksonville beat them. Hell, why Brandon Staley is not there because of the whooping the Raiders put on them last year. That's why he's not there. That's why John Harbaugh is there. Now we know John Harbaugh can turn programs around. He turned Stanford around. Everywhere he's been, look at the 49ers. He's the one drafted Colin Kaepernick. And 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 that season Alex Smith left and signed with us. So I'm excited about the season and what we can do and the guys and the coaches that I named who fight for their jobs. Yeah, it's got check time. Um, Michael Irvin. He got officially fired from NFL Network. Game day will be canceled, so no more game day. They laying off people at NFL Network. So if you don't have no podcast or if you didn't start your own business aside, you should because the streaming services they are winning. I mean, you look at Pat McAfee. He's still on YouTube, and he have his own show on ESPN. He can say what he want, cussing and stuff. You didn't used to do that back in the day on ESPN. That was frowned upon. But because of the following that he built, he can do that. So he brought something to the table. Look, Shannon, he worked 2 days a week on First Take, Monday and Tuesday. And he came in on Wednesday because Stephen A. wasn't there. And when Stephen A. wasn't there and is there, they do numbers. Um, you look at you look at Peacock. That's my streaming services that the football game's gonna be on. Netflix is gonna have two Christmas games on there. Hey, you can watch Twitter/X for all of you who have it. You can watch the game. You can watch the game there. You don't have to. You go on ESPN. You could get it from. You can get it from guys like me, who are content creators, who are gonna tell you what happened. And cause I'm gonna watch the game, and so you know all that ESPN that's slowly dying out. I mean, you look at boxing. Boxing has Prime is on the Zone. So streaming services is it. No longer can you rely on your name. Club Shannon had Club Six. Now he do nightcap. He has his clothing line, his liquor brand. So Shannon is doing it. I mean, hell, he did 100 something views with Cat Williams and another with Money and so on and so on. So if you don't have none of that behind you, you short. Uh, Skip Bayless have a podcast, but it's not doing too good. Shannon blowing Skip podcast out the water. All the smoke blowing, po- uh, all the smoke blowing Skip podcast out the water. Hell, the pivot, they blowing Skip podcast out the water. And they just signed with Phonetics. So with the clothing company, so they only gonna get better from here. Let me see what else I have for you guys. Oh, Ryan Garcia B sample will be getting tested um on the 23rd. I mean on the 22nd, which is next Wednesday. So I will keep you guys up to date for that. Frank Martin and Tank Davis, they will be fighting June 15th. David Benavidez is on that card as well. David Benavidez, you have to fight David Morrell because he's been calling you out. Now it's time to accept the challenge. Um, and we have Fury Usyk, who are interested in watching that. Uh, I know I probably will look at the prelims, and then I won't look at the main fight. I'll probably look at it later on YouTube. That's another thing. You don't have to watch, the big fights on pay per view unless you're a hardcore boxing fan. Like I didn't pay for Canelo and McGee fight because I already knew what was gonna happen. Canelo was gonna win. Canelo haven't been fighting the guys that I want him to see. Now, if he fight, a David Benavidez, then I pay for it. But I'm interested in seeing Tank, and because he's fighting Frank Martin, both undefeated, so that's a big hell of a fight. We're gonna see something we never seen before out of Frank, and that's out of Gervonta Davis too. So both guys can bring the best out of each other. The first time that they faced off, Tank came to the stage and got in Frank's face, and I knew he was ready. He set the tone right then and there because Tank been on the stage before. Tank could go to Baltimore, to Atlanta, to DC, and sell it out. I know because I was in the building when he fought Hector Garcia, and he put Boots on the card. Who else was on the card? Um, uh, uh, Hold on, give me a second, guys. Uh, Foster was on. Foster was on that card. Oh yeah, and we gotta start saying this, man. Is KD a coach killer? I'm gonna say yes, because him and LeBron, they got coaches fired. He got Monty Williams fired. Hell, they got Frank Vogel fired. And I gotta call out one of my guys. Bradley Bill that was total disrespect when you didn't shake that man's hand after you fouled out the game. Brad, that's not you, Brad. That's not you. And you sacrifice your scoring. We know you can put up big numbers, but because you was playing with KD and Booker, and Bill and Booker was always out, so he didn't have his two guys. The only guy he had who he could rely on was KD. KD played the most out of them two, so, and now they got Coach Budenholzer in there. He signed the fire you deal, just like Frank Vogel signed the fire you deal. And that's just like when he won the championship and the bubble 2020. What happened? Won the championship, got fired. And you had stories coming out that LeBron have people that work for Clutch emailing reporters saying, "Hey, can you vote for LeBron for MVP?" And he not having a good season, and you also have people coming up, and can you say nice things about LeBron? You can't speak truth about LeBron, but it's all coming out. I mean, just subscribe. I would like you guys just to subscribe to Dreamers Pro. It's up there. They do a good job over there. I follow them. So yeah, and follow guys like Ticket TV, Too Raw for TV. Those are basketball channels that I listen to and get my news from. So so some of the guys in the media and who play and former players who played the game of basketball, they getting tired of LeBron. Uh, their truth is coming out. The only one who kept it real about LeBron is Paul Pierce. And Brian Scott came out last week and said on Undisputed he didn't want the job. Who I got that from? I got that from Ticket TV. Shout out to Ticket TV. Hope all is well, brother. Keep doing your thing. I watch your channel. And you do great work over there on your channel. But yeah, so and uh, guys like LeBron, Steph, KD, them guys on the way out. Changing of the guard, you got Shea Gildas Alexander, so you have those guys who want to come up. Um, you know, if the Timberwolves don't win tonight, they they out the playoffs. But that don't mean that they not going to continue to ascend. That don't mean that they not going to continue to ascend. I think they will, and Oklahoma City Thunder, they only gonna get better when they get experience under their belt. And also, KD told Chad Ochocinco that he's open to join the Miami Heat. And if KD go down there, y'all know Godfather Pat ain't gonna put up with that. Nonsense. He gonna want you to play. Play and wanna he don't wanna hear no talking. Like he told Jimmy, he said if it was one thing if he was on the court playing, but he wasn't on the court playing, so he should shut his mouth up. That's how old school Pat Riley is. He thought that LeBron was trying to get Eric Spoelstra fired when he came there the first year, and Dwayne Wade said, LeBron, you don't want Pat to coach this team. That's what Dwayne Wade said to LeBron because Dwayne Wade know how Pat Riley is. He's respected. He's not gonna take no shit from LeBron or nobody. Pat stuck in his old ways, and he had the rings to prove it. So y'all let me know how I did in this video. The first video, I didn't like how I was, so I just did this video. Um, so y'all let me know what I could do better, what I can improve on. All criticism is not bad criticism. I'm here for you guys, and what I will do, during football season, I will put the NFC East, you know, team wins and losses, and I will be doing a Commanders breakdown of what they have to do every week to win games and things like that. Till the next time, peace. I'm gonna go away. Hit that.